G'day guys, and one singular potentially female viewer. As expected, all other content rather than my 40k videos have recently performed like shit. So fuck yeah guys, we're back to 40k and better than ever. I think it's my fault. The videos I've been making are on topics that aren't really relevant and no one really gives a fuck about. So we're going to go back to the good old fashioned, old reliable format of top 5 videos. Fuck yes, I'm smart. Well, I can't actually be that smart. I just got back from a music festival which is known as the drug capital of music festivals in all of Australia, and boy oh boy was it was quite an experience. However, luckily your boy has not been corrupted by the forces of Slanesh, so I did not partake in the drug taking. Well, like, not that much. Now, when I was brainstorming this list, it was originally going to be the top 5 best weapons, and I was thinking I'd be using the Emperor's Flaming Sword, or Fulgrim's and Ferris's gay little weapons they made for each other, or the knife that put Gulliman in the coma, you know? But then I did some research, and turns out these weapons are fucking piss weak to some of the other shit out there. Single rockets that can destroy planets are used by the Imperium, and the Necrons have a weapon that can end the entire universe if you accidentally sneeze near it incorrectly. So instead, we're doing the top 5 super weapons in Warhammer 40k. Also, 40k Theories has covered the other weapons pretty well, so it'd be hard, to cash in on them like I did with Fantasy. Let's get into it. Starting us off, we have a weapon you all know and love, Cyclonic Torpedoes. When some heretics need purging and a planet needs raping, look no further than this torpedo. A single one of these bad boys is powerful enough to completely decimate a planet's biosphere. Check this out.
The Emperor's service. Yet ultimately, it was I who set these events into motion with a single blow from my hammer, God Splitter.
Fucking see you later, planet. Now, the Cyclonic Torpedoes are in the possession of the Imperium, mostly the Inquisition, and are pretty much used solely for Exterminatus, which is when the Imperium decides a planet has to go. There are a few other super weapons that can be used for examples for the Exterminatus, such as the Virus Bombs, which turns all flora and fauna into bioorganic flammable goo, and then, they light that fucker up. But none of these techniques compare to just being able to drop one bomb on a planet and then walk off as it gets its ass completely fucked. Now, there's a few types of Cyclonic Torpedoes. We have the Nucleonic Fire Torpedo that ignites the oxygen in the air, which is pretty fucked up as the entire planet becomes a fireball. There's also the Plasma variant, which just shits on everyone. But regardless of the technique or technology of the Cyclonic Torpedoes, the result is the same. Everyone gets absolutely fucked. Now, if the first weapon on our list is a mega nuke capable of wiping out an entire planet with one shot, then you know the rest of this list is going to be absolutely baked. Next up on this list of anal fisting, we have the aptly named Planet Killer. This big fuck-off chaos battleship is Abaddon's personal flagship, which unsurprisingly kills planets. The way this ship is able to do that is because it's built around an ancient gun of unknown origin and power, called the Armageddon gun. Fair enough, I'd probably call my planet-raping laser cannon something similar. The big fuck-off gun shoots a directed energy beam at a planet with enough force to rip right through the core of said planet, which in turn causes the planet to destabilize and be killed. It is said that the energy within the Planet Killer is made entirely of warp power, hence its tremendous ability. When Abaddon used it in his 12th failed shitty crusade, he was able to destroy numerous planets using the Planet Killer, and was also able to capture some Blackstone Fortresses, which is a pretty big deal. Abaddon would later come to regret that action, however, as the Elder might be a bunch of heretical, but if you take their Blackstone Fortresses, they will fuck your shit up. Now, despite its power, the Planet Killer can get beaten in naval combat, but it takes a lot to bring it down as it's not just a gun it flies on, it's fully decked out with shields, weapons, everything. It's a serious ship. So it's well and truly protected while it genocides the shit out of the Imperium. If only Abaddon wasn't a complete fucking autist and didn't need 13 crusades to get shit done, maybe the Imperium would have actually been concerned about the Planet Killer's capabilities. Next on the list we have the Death Star. No, really, the Necrons have a Death Star, but it's called a world engine, which is less exciting, but that's okay. Does everything a Death Star does, like it can shoot at planets and shit and destroy them, it can fly around, and it's basically indestructible or impenetrable. When the Imperium discovered its existence after it became active again, they sent millions of soldiers, dozens of ships, thousands of space marines to try and shut it down. This went very badly as the Imperium suffered millions of casualties and lost a third of an entire Imperial navy. The Astral Knights chapter got sick of getting fucked on by the World Engine and rammed their massive barge into the discount Death Star like an angry marine, which was enough to break through its shields. 700 Astarte then got out of their makeshift battering ram and fought their way to the world's core, of the core engine, losing about 99% of their chapter in the process. Eventually the chapter master and a few survivors were able to get to the command center and shut down the world engine's shields and weapons. The Imperium then used multiple of the previously mentioned planet-raping Cyclonic Torpedoes to blow the world engine apart. The Imperium literally lost an entire Space Marine chapter, millions of lives, and a massive chunk of their navy just to take down this Necron atrocity. I mean, I did call it a discount Death Star, but at least it didn't get fucked on due to an exposed port or some retarded shit like that. To destroy this weapon, the Imperium had to fucking hustle. Next on our list is the Eldar's Blackstone Fortresses. Now, these mysterious floating fortresses have a bit of a sketchy origin story, but it goes along the lines of this. The Eldar god Vol and the star gods called the Satan, that's definitely not how you pronounce it, feel free to correct me, did not like each other, so they naturally went to war. Vol, being a pretty nifty craftsman, creates 7 superpower warp-fueled fortresses that fire pure warp energy, which is something that the Satan don't really like that much. So yeah, these super weapons were created by a god in order to kill gods. Over time, people forgot how to properly use the Blackstone Fortresses, hence when the Imperium found 6 of them, they couldn't really figure out how to activate them. Unfortunately, Abaddon did, so he stole a bunch of them and destroyed the rest. He then took one into the Eye of Terror and used the other one as a battering ram to destroy Cadia. So yeah, this weapon has a lot of potential, but it's been used by absolute fuckwits who decide that ramming them into shit is more effective than firing extremely powerful warp energy. In saying that though, Abaddon did use them properly a few times, destroying a few planets here and there, and he made a sun go supernova, which is pretty, fucked up because it destroys the entire solar system. But this is Abaddon we're talking about, so despite being in possession of the Planet Killer and some Blackstone Fortresses, he still got beaten like a little bitch. Before we get to the final weapon of mass anal raping, we're going to look at a few honourable mentions. Firstly, we have the virus bombs, which when they are unleashed upon a planet, will turn all life into a flammable goo. Secondly, we have the Elder Fireheart, a massive device that eats the soul of any planet it is deployed upon. Weapons can also extend beyond devices and conventional weaponry. A Satan, which is something I definitely mispronounced, can easily be considered a weapon, as it is common for them to be deployed by Necron dynasties to fight their enemies. Going further than this, we may even be able to call the Elder gods super weapons. I mean, at least when they're still around. But if Eldrad's plan comes together, Ynet is going to be the living embodiment of what a super weapon is, so I think creatures and gods can easily qualify. Heck, even the Chaos Gods are valid super weapons, considering that Slaanesh murder-fucked the entire Eldar race, but for the sake of simplicity, we're going to stick to weapons that were created rather than those, uber-powerful god entities. Now we are on to our final super weapon. A weapon so powerful, if you tripped over it, you'd likely destroy the entire galaxy, so it's a good thing that the people in control of it refuse to actually use it. I'm talking about the Celestial Orrery. This god tier super weapon is more powerful than everything on this list combined times a million. It was crafted by the Necrons ages ago, with methods and technology that is now lost. It's like a hologram of the entire galaxy, which shows off all the stars and planets in real time. From here you can then see what is actually going on anywhere in the galaxy, which is already OP as fuck in itself. However, the real shit happens when, if you were to delete a sun on the Celestial Orrery hologram, the actual sun in the universe will soon supernova and destroy everything around it. So that's why I say if you tripped on it and deleted a bunch of shit, the actual planets and stars you tripped on would also soon die. The Celestial Orrery is currently in possession of a Necron dynasty who luckily aren't into fucking shit up. If Chaos got their hands on this device, they could literally just find Terra on the map and delete it, and that would be that. You can kiss the Emperor's gold and ask goodbye if anyone naughty got their hands on this bad boy. And that does us today, boys and girl. That was the top 5 most powerful super weapons in the Warhammer 40k universe. There are a few others out there that are, pretty interesting, quite strong, but the weapons I've listed are definitely the top 5. I think I'm going to be smashing out some more 40k content for the next few weeks, so 40k fans, there you go. Sorry fantasy fans, but with Age of Sigmar hanging around, you're probably used to feeling disappointed, so you'll just have to cop this one on the chin. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video guys. I read all comments, so make sure you put something especially retarded down there, and if it makes me giggle, I'll give it a love heart. How about that? Cheers guys. Peace.